Hello and welcome to our holiday tutorial series. We are creating some darling little Christmas coasters today that will be perfect for the hostess in your life, or maybe a loved one who happens to love kittens and puppies, because we are using our IOD kittens and our IOD puppies stamp set to stamp these coasters. Look for a list of the supplies in the description, and we are going to go ahead and get started. So I really love the coasters that we purchased. There will be a link to that as well as the resin. You have probably seen, if you're a maker, a lot of different coaster tutorials, and we have made a lot of different coasters. I have to say, this is the way that I will be making them from now on. It's a very professional, polished finish. If you're a maker who likes to make things to sell, I highly recommend using this resin to finish them off, because it just is more durable, it looks more professional, it gives it a really polished finish that we love. So again, you can look for the links in the show notes in the description of this video, and you should be able to grab those on Amazon. And of course, the kittens and puppies stamp set and black ink. And I think, oh, and the tiles come with the cork for the bottom, so don't worry about that. We really liked the smoothness of this tile. It took the stamps really well. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is ink up your ink pad, make sure that's nice and juicy. And when you're going to stamp the tiles, you're not going to be able to fit an entire stamp scene, like the kittens and the gift and all of that are not all going to fit on your tile. Don't worry about that. You just want to focus on the cute little face, and everything else will go off the tile and they look perfect. So don't worry about that. And go ahead and just choose your favorites. If you want to do all kittens, do all kittens. If you want to do all puppies, do all puppies. And in fact, later this season, we're going to be showing you this same tutorial using our antiquities set for a darling vintage farmhouse look. And if you need to know more about stamping, make sure you catch our Stamping 101. I'm moving through this tutorial pretty quickly because these are standard stamping methods that you can find on that tutorial. So if you need more specifics on how to use our stamps, how to prepare the stamp, what kind of ink we prefer, so on and so forth, make sure you catch that video. After you stamp your images on all of your tiles, the next thing you're going to want to do is, we just used ink on the edges to set it off. We really like that. You don't have to do that if you prefer to leave them blank. That's going to make your project even more simple. But we thought it framed it quite nicely and gave it a nice holiday look with that red. And then is the step where you're going to mix your resins. Have gloves on, by the way, when you're doing this. Also, a well-ventilated area. Have 3 cups available and then mix equal parts resin, and you're going to prepare it according to the resin package and directions. But it's very straightforward. Have a protective sheet or something underneath the cup. Make sure you protect your surface. The resin, it will be a nightmare if you get it on something that you like. And then you just slowly pour the resin over the tile. Now, after you pour the resin over the tile, you're going to use your gloved finger, and this step is important, we learned, to just gently even out the resin over the tile. Don't overdo it. You want a nice thick coat, but just use your finger to kind of level out that surface. Okay, now you're going to do that, repeat that process with each of the tiles. So make enough to cover all of your tiles, and then you'll set them aside for about 48 hours. Okay, now that they're all dry, you can add the cork backing. If you've got any hard drips on the edges that are unsightly, just sand those off with a sanding block. And then you are going to, if you want to seal the inked edge, I recommend it with like a brush poly sealer of some sort, just to give it protective. You don't need a lot of protection, so you could use a Mod Podge or something like that. Just understand that sometimes certain sealers may affect the color of the ink once they go on, so maybe do a test area first. And then go ahead and adhere your cork backing. And there you have it. That is a quick and beautiful gift. If you buy enough tiles, you could knock out so many gifts by going assembly style with this. It is one of my favorite go-to gifts to make for neighbors and hostess and friends. Just, just so that you can bless everybody with a little gift. It's wonderful. And a lot of the gifts you'll be seeing on our channel are gifts like that you can knock out very quick, but they're very thoughtful and special gifts that people will love to get. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know if you have created from this project. We'd love to see what you guys are making. It really just kind of lights us up. So make sure you share it with us, and you guys have an awesome Christmas.